Hi, it's Janelle Rufa, Certified Integrative Nutrition Coach, and today we're going to talk about cravings. We all have them and we all hate them. An uncontrollable urge to immediately eat whatever we're craving. Well, today we're going to talk about the 3 different types of cravings and how you can conquer your cravings. So either you're a sweet tooth or savory kind of person, but we typically tend to crave sweets like chocolate, ice cream, refined carbohydrates, or savory foods. Think fast food, chips, crackers, those kind of foods. And then there's those crazy cravings. If you ever have known a pregnant woman, I'm sure you've heard of some crazy cravings. Well, there are 3 root causes of cravings. Number 1, cravings can come out of habit. Every night after dinner, we like to treat ourselves with some dessert, maybe some ice cream, chocolate, or cookies. And those are habits that we've built that we can break. The second type of cravings are emotional cravings. We tend to celebrate with cakes and sweets and desserts. Or if you're having a bad day, you may turn to some sweets or desserts to try to uplift your mood, or perhaps turn to some comfort foods to try to comfort your emotions. Food plays a major role in our physiological and psychological health, so it's important that we train ourselves to develop healthy emotional relationships with food. The third type of craving are nutrient deficiencies, and this is probably the most unique type of cravings and something that definitely requires a lot more attention and perhaps even some research. So, craving type number 1, habits. If you are one who tends to treat yourself to dessert after dinner or maybe after every meal, or perhaps like to stop somewhere on your way home from work and grab a certain special treat that you love, this is something that you need to take note of and perhaps create a food journal, but begin to notice those habits. And if you're noticing that the once in a while healthy treat starts to turn into a daily routine, it's time to start breaking those habits. And the best way to do that is to find a healthier alternative. For instance, if you love brownies, swap the processed brownies for perhaps some black bean or sweet potato brownies. If you love ice cream, perhaps swap the processed sugar-laden kind with perhaps an organic coconut milk ice cream, even a no sugar added option. If you love burgers, well then try a healthier alternative. Perhaps create some lentil walnut burgers, some black bean burgers on some gluten-free bread or lettuce wraps. So the second type of cravings, the emotional cravings, is something that we need to address on an emotional level. What is your relationship with food? Do you have a healthy relationship as food, as nourishment, as medicine, as fuel to your body? Or do you see food as a source of comfort and a way to uplift your mood if you're feeling down? If so, perhaps there's a bigger root cause that we need to address. And perhaps seeing a counselor would help instead of using food to cope. The third type of craving, which I find most fascinating, is nutrient deficiency. So when we're craving something, that's our body trying to signal and tell us that we may be deficient in some key important nutrients. For example, if you have a chocolate craving, like I often get, you may be deficient in magnesium. So the next time you're craving chocolate, perhaps try some nuts, some dark leafy greens, foods that are rich in magnesium, and see how you feel. That chocolate craving may actually disappear. If you're craving oily foods, your body may be deficient in calcium. So adding in some dark leafy greens, figs, almonds, and even some grass-fed dairy would supply your body with the calcium it needs, and those cravings for oily foods may disappear. Now, if you have cravings for carbs like bread, pasta, pastries, your body may be deficient in nitrogen. Incorporate more high-protein foods, fatty fish, chia seeds, nuts, and beans into your diet that would fuel your body with the nitrogen it needs, and you may start to notice those carb cravings disappear. If you tend to crave salty foods, your body may be deficient in chloride and silicon, in which case incorporating more fatty fish, nuts, and vegetables would be a great option. Now, finally, if you're craving sugary foods like I tend to have, you may be deficient in a whole host of nutrients, including phosphorus, sulfur, and carbon. So loading up your diet with colorful vegetables, fresh fruits, healthy fats like nuts and seeds, clean, lean sources of protein and fish will help you conquer your sugar cravings. So if you do tend to have those cravings, first ask yourself, is this a habit that I've built that I can break? Is this an emotional connection with food that I need to address at a deeper level? Is this perhaps a nutrient deficiency that I may need to undergo some testing and see what my body's deficient in? And once you've addressed these questions, here are some healthier alternatives for your sugar cravings as well as your savory cravings. So if you tend to crave sugary foods, again, look at those healthier alternatives. Simply swap out the unhealthy ingredients with some healthier ingredients. So for instance, I like to swap out sugar for some monk fruit or stevia. If you're craving chocolate, I like to opt for dark chocolate. If you've got like a sweet tooth craving for some candy, I love to nourish that craving with some fresh fruits, like maybe a bowl of fresh berries. If you've got that ice cream craving, perhaps opt for some chia pudding or some healthy coconut yogurt or even coconut milk ice cream. And if you're craving a sugary drink, some hot or iced tea with stevia is a great option to help satisfy those sweet tooth cravings. Now, if you're craving more savory foods, for instance, fast foods, chips, processed foods, I like to opt for a nice, fresh, satisfying plate of veggies with hummus. This is crunchy, it's got flavor to it, it's full of fiber, so it's very nourishing and filling, and this will help satisfy your savory cravings. I also love to opt for a handful of nuts. I even like to flavor up the nuts, like add some curry powder, some sea salt and pepper, just to make them a little more flavorful. And nuts are a great source of healthy fat to energize your body, to promote brain health as well as hair, skin, and nail health. And another great option are flax crackers or kale chips, some type of dehydrated vegetables or flax seeds. Again, these are a great source of fiber, iron, protein, healthy fats. So a great source that will really satisfy and nourish your body, give your body the nutrients it may be missing. So those are some great healthy options to help satisfy your sweet or savory tooth. If you're craving certain foods, there are a few things to look at, including habits that you can build and break, an emotional connection, which perhaps you may need to scope out at a deeper level, a nutrient deficiency, which perhaps you may want to get some testing and see where your body is deficient in, and then simply some healthy options. So whenever you're craving, these are great things to have on hand that you can eat and nourish your body with and feel fully satisfied. So I hope this video empowered you to know how to conquer your cravings, so the next time you want to reach for that candy or fast food, try these options instead. Hey Fit Freedom fam, thanks so much for joining me in this video, and I can't wait to see you in our next nutrition video.